Hello everybody and welcome to another Empire at War video. Today we're going to be playing Thrawn's Revenge, and specifically we're going to be playing a game mode called Infinities from the ground up. It's a one planet game mode where yourself and the AI only have one planet to each of you, and it is up to you to capture as many independent force held planets as possible before going against other factions. Now, I've actually played this game mode before in a campaign called SSD Rampage, but that was a sub-mod to Thrawn's Revenge, and I've never actually really got to play it besides how it's actually supposed to be played. So I'm going to be trying it in medium difficulty mode, because it's been a while since I played Galactic Conquest, and I kind of want to bring myself back into the swing of things. And I'm going to play Greater Malrood, because I know it kind of how that Infinities game mode plays out with that faction. The most difficult thing about this game mode is that all the randomized fleets for independent forces planets, which you have to take over, are randomized. So they could be really bad to go against, or they could be relatively easy. I've had a few games where it's been almost impossible to take over just one planet near mine, and I've had to give up. But that was on like Cruel AI hard. So here we're just going to play on normal and see how we go. Okay, so I've gone ahead and got myself some spy droids. So I'm going to go and check what is being held at these three planets here. Apine, Majestic, and Corona. How appropriate. That seems very easy to take control of. That won't be a difficult planet to go for. Then we've got Garrus 4, which we have 2 Victory 1 Star Destroyers here, and 2 Bulwark Mark 1 battle cruisers. That might be a bit more difficult, but we can definitely build up a bigger fleet to take them on. And then over here we have another 2 Victory 1s, a Bulwark 1, and then the rest is very simple. There is 2 Recusant Light destroyers there, so we might want to be careful if we push a bit more further. But this planet seems very easy. I'm going to try and use this droid to see everything up to Rivesta, see what's going on there. Whoops. So let's see what Rivesta has going for it. And here we have Endurance, Nebula, a Boffin Assault Cruiser, MC-30A, and 6 Coronas. That's going to be difficult, I think. Next up, we have Rivesta. We have a Victory 2. We have a Dreadnought, 4 escort carriers. These, I've got to be honest, like overall, these aren't that difficult, and I think we won't have much difficulty pushing into these planets. So that's actually quite reassuring, because I have done some pre-recording footage of this and it's been a lot harder. So this is actually good for us. Next up, I've also built up a little bit of a fleet here. I have 1 Victory, I have a Procursor Star Destroyer, 3 escort carriers, 3 Neutron Starbolt cruisers, an Artisans, and Gladiators. So plenty enough for this first battle, which we will go ahead and start. I've also got an 80 Walker and an 80 AP Walker as well, because I built an extra tax collection agency and an advanced factory, as well as building our little shipyard here to increase our revenue income, because that is what is the most important to us right now, getting income so we can build more ships. Because in the SSD Rampage campaign, the difficulty was cap ship, like how many we could have on one map. We were always running out of unit capacity. But in this game mode, that's not a problem. It's just about making sure that we get enough income to keep up with ship production. Right, so I'm really not worried about this fleet. There is a lot of fighters to take note of. And in fact, just to keep things safe, I'm actually going to just drop our carriers right from the start, so we can get a lot of fighters spawned, so we can take up, because that's a lot of fighters they've got there. I want to make sure that we're properly built for this. And I'll go ahead and drop our Artisans and our Bolt cruisers if they get in a bit too close. And then if they get really close, we'll drop our victory and precursor. So let's go ahead and macro our ships. Okay, I've macroed these. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of fighters, which is a bit worrying. And this Majestic is spawning some B-Wings that we need to be careful of. Unless it... Yeah, no, that has to be it, because that's a lot of small ships that we need to be careful of. Oh, okay. I completely missed these. Nice. That's exactly what we needed. Any more fighters? No. There's just a lot of bombers we've got here. Good for if there was capital ships, but right now, not super effective. But we'll just have to make sure these fighters are used properly. Let's get this Majestic down so it doesn't start spawning more fighters. What we got in the back here? You know what? It might be best if we... I'm going to drop that here and drop that in front of it as well. Yeah, these fighters are looking pretty relentless here. Well, I mean, it's B-Wings. You know, I don't want them getting anywhere close to our front line here, let alone the back line. But hopefully, if we can just focus that, because these B-Wings are easy to take down if they get too close and they're all separated, which the AI is doing. And we've got our Victory and Precursor Star Destroyers in the back lines there, taking them out. Our bombers on the Majestic, which is going down. Perfect. And, oh, we got more bombers. Let's go ahead and just start going for the smaller ships now. Okay, this is quite successful. This went pretty well. I think, well, we've got our one neutron we need to be careful of. That might actually go down. That's just me being careless, unfortunately. I can try and pull it back, but I think it might be a bit too late. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going down. Nothing stopping that. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather them target down one ship. And I'm still getting used to it. This whole Galactic Conquest. Usually, skirmish is always so fast-paced, and it's all about real-time reactions. But here, it's a lot about planning as well, you know. We got a lot of fighters in the back here not doing anything. Wow, is that the Precursor spawning all those squadrons? Where do we get all these fighters from? Or is that my original squad? I think that was my original squad. There's no way Precursor was spawning that many. I might be mistaken though. Okay, that was good. We lost one, you know, Jimmy Neutron ship, but I'm happy with that. That was clean. Really, really clean. Yeah, the last time I played that, there was a Venator Star Destroyer, which was a lot harder to take down, especially with all of its backup it had. Alrighty, we captured our first planet. The ground battle there wasn't too difficult. We just brute forced it with a lot of infantry, and the AI didn't really know how to react, and just like, you know, bombing runs to help us push through, which was quite nice. Let's go ahead and see what we can build for this planet. First up, we're probably going to want to build our standard Moth Palace, and then see exactly, maybe like another tax collection agency. You know, maybe we want to make this, I mean, like, yeah, we definitely need to start earning some money on it. We're losing money on this planet, so let's go ahead and quickly fix that. Let's not build that. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to wait and build the Moth Palace before we do anything else. Let's go ahead and start trying out for our next planet. Okay, so Metalorin looks relatively heavy to take on. Imperial 2 Star Destroyer is really worrying. Vindicator heavy cruisers, a Victory, broadside. Most of those I'm not worried about, but the Imperial 2 I am. For the asteroids, yeah, that we're going to need a bigger fleet to take on that. And for the mists, 10 battle dragons, you know what? We'll come back to that another time. Okay, it took a little bit, but I increased my fleet here. I added in another Precursor Star Destroyer and another Victory 1 with some extra carriers too. Starting to build some ground units here. I've replaced my advanced factory with a tax collection agency and moved it over here. Because right now I don't see the options to have a shipyard to be built here. So I am just going to move all of my ground units to this planet and focus on my ship building on the other. So let's go ahead and take a bit of a risk. Go for Garrus 4. See how well we go. Fingers crossed. I think we've got enough firepower, maybe. But we'll just have to wait and see. This one's going to be really important to us to win. So fingers crossed. Let's see what we're dealing with here. That is quite the fleet. But I think we have enough here. We've got a lot of carriers this time around, which means a lot of fighters to harass the capital ships. And we've got a little bit of a front line here. We did lose a Nebulon bolt cruiser, but that's fine, you know. It's like whatever. I'm actually gonna just bring this guy. Let's bring him here. And let's go ahead and wait for all the ships to be spawned out. Let's go ahead and grab... where are you? Fighters. Nope, that's the wrong ones. Okay, right. Macroed all of my ships. Going to do this same thing we did before. Fighters can harass the fighters coming in. Bombers can go ahead and take down the shields on the bulwark. It looks like the AI is kind of like splitting the fleet here a little. If we can isolate these two ships, that would be great. I'm not worried about this Recusant because we can broadside it and take it down relatively quickly. But yeah, it all comes down to how much damage we can get done before they reach our fleet here. This is the way that I feel the most comfortable doing right now. I feel like it's quite effective when I was doing it off stream. Just a little test so I don't mess about. Seems to work pretty well. But if you guys have any better suggestions on how I should manage a fleet like this, let me know in the comments down below, because I will definitely read those, because I would like to improve and get better at Galactic Conquest in some way, shape or form. I need to learn a bit more about how to get the AI to split off a bit more, you know, which I don't think I do enough of. But early days, I say, you know. These fighters are doing a really good job, actually. Having all these extra carriers make it a lot more effective in dealing damage from a range, you know. Plus these missile boats are quite effective too, which is great. Yeah. Bulwark. So they seem to be splitting off, so I'm really tempted to just bring in some backline here to freak out the AI a little, or chase them down a bit. Right. Let's get these bombers on here, and the Avengers on the fighters. Same with that. Start dealing some damage on this isolated Victory 1. Oh, he's really targeting my Artisans, isn't he? There's not much I can do there, I'm afraid. That's my problem, is that once I get too close, I'm not well protecting myself. I need to do better than for that. Although that being said, they are trying to run away. Let's take out the Victory, because I'm not worried about the Recusant at this moment in time. Oh, I see. They're getting freaked out by the backline here. Okay, perfect. So maybe that's maybe that's a good approach to do. Now we can take out their engines, slow down their retreat to the enemy. Ooh, this is dangerous though. I need to hurry it up. Yeah, let's not waste any time here, because that precursor's ran out of it. It's lost its shields. I'm not utilizing these fighters enough. Come on, move. Really, you can fire from that far away? Damn. I'm not familiar with this. Ooh, this is gonna be a really punishing lesson for me. I think I drew them in a bit too close, which was not healthy, so I'm going to lose a ship for it, I think. Yeah, not great. If I can take out this... it's going to be close, but hopefully I can. Hopefully I can keep this Precursor. No, I'm not. I don't think I am. No, he's still got shields. This is not good. Ah, damn. That's his last hard point. So, yeah, I'm down. Damn it! Oh. Well, as long as we don't lose any more, we should be alright. Actually, you know what? You fights can go over there. We've done enough damage to this fleet. Yeah, again, guys, like I'm really not used to Galactic Conquest, so apologies if I do make any mistakes here or there, you know. But that went well. I could have definitely saved that Precursor Star Destroyer for sure. I definitely could have, but I just drew them in a bit too close at the back there. I was so the idea was, oh, I can actually try to pull them off, but it was just a bit too close, and I think the AI was too quick to react. Well, not like they were very close and they were able to react quickly, is what I meant. Not that the AI was smart. Is that I was dumb. Alright, well, a bit of a heavy loss there. Still getting into the swing of things, but oh, I lost a neutron as well. Oof. Okay. We never said it was going to be easy, but that's the second win under our belts. Okay, so we have our second planet down. The ground battle was a little tough, if I'm being honest. I definitely needed the AT-80 and the the LAT gunship for sure. Like that was rough, but we capped that in the end. I'm building everything I need on Garrus 4, and then I don't know if I want to start pushing even further because I know there's like an Imperial 2 somewhere around here. So I might want to bulk this up if the AI decides to push. So we can see we're getting kind of close to the Empire here, actually. And I don't want to, you know, test my limits here. Let's see. The Empire's capturing that? Really? I think this must be a different faction, because that can't be the Empire capturing all of that as well. So nobody seems to be breathing down my neck right now. We've got a lot of planets here that can protect us, make it pretty difficult to push in to our planets. So we're doing alright so far. We're doing alright. One other thing I'm doing as well is I'm going to start building the EcksToo platforms. That's when you build those, we're able to get the heavy frigate shipyards that will allow us to build more victories and precursor star destroyers on different planets. It's quite expensive, but definitely worth it. And let's go ahead and see if we can push into Antimeridius and have any luck that way, because we definitely need more planets, and I think we've kind of hit our limit on the left side right now. Alright, let's have a look at Nespis. Can we go here? Yes, I think we definitely can go to Joe Mark. Oh, we can skip Antimeridius on that, I didn't realise. And we can... Whoa. No, can't go there. MC-90. Wow, that's going to be tough. Republic Star Destroyer. Boffin Assault Cruiser and an MC-30C. Oh, that one's going to be nasty. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to need a bigger fleet to come out of that one with minimal losses. Okay, well, we go to Joe Mark next. That seems to be the next best thing. Alrighty, we're ready for Joe Mark. I've increased my fleet just a little bit here. We have got quite a lot of cash now as well, so we probably want to start just building a lot more to really beef up this fleet so we can start pushing into different planets. I also want to start splitting my fleet up eventually so we can actually capture more planets at once rather than having us follow a single pathway and slowly take one planet after another. But right now, a lot of these fleets tend to be quite beefy, and if I don't want to have too many losses, I'm going to have to consolidate them all into one fleet at the moment. I don't know if people have that issue with single planet. I guess you kind of have to do that for quite a while, at least before we start clashing with factions. So I'm a little worried about that. This seems to be, like, not a problem. I'm not worried about this at all. Alrighty, same approach here, except I'm going to be a bit more prepared this time around. The bombers come in right away on these guys. Oh yeah, how can I use that? That's a really effective active, I find. They really build up speed doing that. And I'm going to save this reserve just to go in the back here as well. This one's isolated, so I'm not going to waste any time in taking this one down. Oh, actually, I might have taken a bit of damage there. Uh-oh. Yep, that was quite a lot. Why did that get cancelled? Oh, no. What the hell? That really packs a punch. Oh, man, I'm going to lose my Arcsons there. That was really dumb of me. Okay. Oops. Well, he's going to lose his anyway, so... I hope I don't lose any more after that dumb move. I didn't realise these enforcers were so strong. I didn't expect all that firepower. Look at that. Look at our bomber fleet here, man. Like, they're so strong. Okay. Let's move you out of the way, buddy. Let's get you out of here. While we take out this other enforcer. Let's also boost your firepower because you're not taking any damage. Start bringing these guys in. No need to be that far away. Nice. And we're going to keep our neutron, which is nice. That was really dumb of me. I really didn't think it was going to do that much damage. I was quite surprised by that. Tell you what, though, what's really I'm loving this bomber squad. These TIE heavy bombers and missile gunboat squadrons are so strong for like ships like this. Love a strong bomber fleet. And it doesn't matter if they die, they can be replenished all the time. It's amazing. Very OP. Well, at least for early game, at least. Okay, there you go. Clean. Lost a Arcsons due to a dumb mistake. I didn't need to drop it in that close. And it shouldn't have been the first thing to drop either. Because the AI snapped right on it. Which was a bit silly. But I'll take that win. Alrighty, we finished the ground battle on Jomark. That seemed pretty straightforward. It was just another cap this point and hold it situation. So I didn't really lose any troops there. Just had to brute force it. Gonna start building out what we need on that planet. And I think what I want to do is send a droid out to Deservo just to see how these planets are in terms of their fleets. We are going to get a little bit close to an Empire-based faction here. So I want to be careful because that's where they can actually start pushing in against me. Kind of want to avoid that the best I can, but to be honest, the branches that I have where I don't meet AI is getting smaller and smaller. So eventually I'm going to have to fight someone whether I like it or not. So I'm going to start introducing some broadside cruisers into my fleet just for a long-range attack if enemies get too close to my carriers when I'm fighting. I'm going to build another AT-AT Walker for our ground units and another LAT gunship too, just so we have a lot of ground and air force. And let's go to Deservo. Okay, I hope it goes the right way. Yep, that looks good. Oh yeah, I think I remember this was pretty rough, wasn't it? This is going to be very difficult to push through. I'm definitely going to have some heavy losses there if I go through that way. For Ossus, we have Venator Star Destroyer, Precursor, Arcsons, and an Enforcer Mark II. That I could go for and kind of have little resistance on. But I'll have to go through Antimeridius if I want to do that, and I'm not big on that idea. This is doable though. Colomix is very doable, and then that's very doable. Liana, that's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but still doable. Zervro is doable, especially how big our fleet's getting right now, wherever it is at Jomark. We've got some extra reinforcements here as well. Just no opportunity to really split up our fleets right now, which is quite upsetting, but there we go. That's where we are at right now. Okay, so this is the fleet that we're going into with. Oh, no, not that though. We want to drag that over there. And I think our ATST can go over here as well, so we've got a solid ground unit there. I'm going to go into Antimeridius. I can't exactly remember what they had. Oh, no. Yeah, the Nebula and the... Maybe we can win that? Maybe we can win that. This is going to be tough. I think we're gonna have some losses here. There's no way my fleet this small is gonna get away with taking some losses. This Bovine assault cruiser is gonna be rough to go against. Not to mention the Nebula and the Endurance are gonna be nasty as well. These are gonna be annoying, but they'll be taken out pretty quickly. It's just these Mega 3 that I'm not looking forward to. My only option here is just to fight to spam them out, because I'm going to be able to outfight them. Yeah, I'm really not interested in pushing forward or sidelining them because they've got more firepower than us. So we're definitely going to have to rely on fighters here for the first part. Gonna take those fighters in. Yeah, they've got some really heavy fighters and B-wings as well. The MC-30 is going in hot though, so at least that's something we don't have to worry about eventually. Let's get those fighters in. We've got a lot of bombers. Look how many bombers we've got here. Let's go straight in for that Bovine assault cruiser, not Nebula. A Bovine assault cruiser is going to be a glass cannon, so if we can take it out before it can reach our front line, that would be amazing. That MC-30 is zooming in to die. That's great. That's what I like to see. Bovine assault cruiser down to 2 shields. Alright, don't chase. Just let him run off. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm just going to redo my macros because a lot of fighters just died there. Man, these bombers have been so useful this run. They really have. A new meaning to the bombing runs with these guys. Okay, let's take out that. Oh man. Yeah, because now he's just gonna pull back, which is really annoying. But I'm gonna have to swap targets, even though I don't want to. Let's just increase our firepower, spread out the damage as much as possible now, so we can just beat them in numbers. This is good though. I kind of like overestimated their firepower, I think, because I was just so worried about like the Nebula being so strong. But I've forgotten we've got quite a lot of oh man, yeah, I do need more broadside cruisers. They are really good for long range like this. They are really effective. Right, that was good. That was clean. Let's take out these guys. I am going to lose something here, I think. Maybe if I can just... No. No, you don't. No, you do not. I'll take it out before that goes down. I mean, that endurance is going to take it out, I think. He's going to outrange us. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Let's not rush into... Now that we're not having to try and save a ship here. Let's not try and rush. Broadside, can you go in from a distance here? Man, the range on the broadside is really good. I have to say as well, like... Infinities game mode is like one of my most favorite game modes for Thrawn's Revenge, and I feel like not enough people play it, I suppose, because like when you start a new galactic conquest, you take a lot of time trying to assess the situation, what fleets you have, all of that good stuff, you know, trying to gather up as much information and then plan a move. With one planet start, you're just boom, you're there, you've got a very small fleet, it's up to you to start capturing planets as fast as possible, and I think that's like super fun personally. But I don't see a lot of people play it, you know, which I get it, you know, like it's not exactly close to the lore or has any story elements to it, which is fine. The only story, and I guess some people don't like the randomization as well, because like that can really make the difficulty kind of hard to pin down. It's like even if you're on like medium difficulty, you can have some nasty fleets right next to you, and there's nothing you can do about it, you know. And I think some people don't enjoy that, which is fair. Totally get that. Besides that, this was good. I think I couldn't have lost. I maybe if I knew what ship they were going after first, I would have been able to pull that ship out sooner, or gather around that ship to protect it from firepower. But I was just too busy seeing if I was actually dealing enough damage to not notice that they were focusing down my precursor Star Destroyer there, which is on me, I suppose. Is the broadside any good at taking out fighters? That's what I'm interested in. I mean, it doesn't really matter, is it? We just need to take out the boffin and we're done. God, yeah. It does do a lot of damage, doesn't it? Nice. Beautiful. There we go. GG. That was good. That was good. I think I dealt with that okay. I couldn't broadside them. I couldn't go in from behind to split up the AI. I think it was just too risky because they had stronger ships with the Nebula, but just a few of them. So I'm happy with that. Let's get this ground battle sorted and done with. Okay, so we've captured Antimeridius. Let's go ahead and see where we should push next, whether it be Rivesta or... Let's have a look here. That fleet... Oh, we can definitely capture that one. And then Rivesta. Okay, so these are definitely going to be our next 2 planets. And then I know Metaloran isn't something we can do right now. But then going Consortium or Constrom, sorry, could be our next move. I really want to go up into Ossus and such, but Nespis is making it very difficult for us right now. But let's go ahead and get these next 2 planets and then see where we stand from there. Okay, so the battle at Nam here is definitely not that difficult. I'm very close to just throwing all of the ships in front of them, just so that we can get this done quicker, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just not going to mess about. I'm just going to go straight there. Let's move that there. Let's get this one single bomber over here. Make sure that our victory doesn't die, because we're not firing at anyone. Let's just go ahead and fix that now before I lose anything important. Let's also try and move our victory out the way, because that's definitely going to take too much damage. I don't think we're going to be able to stop this victory in time. So, come on, broadside. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're going to have enough. Sick. Yeah, this is just a big fleet at this point, so we can kind of just brute force it if need be. Yeah, that victory doesn't stand a chance. That's their only real source of firepower. Oh, man, these bombers are just destroying these carriers, which is perfect. Like, they just melt with these missile gunboats and such. They're just so good. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how factions will play out, because that's where space battles get very interesting and a lot more difficult. I don't know if we'll be able to get it done in this episode, at least. One thing I do want more of, though, is these guys. I really need that range. The range is most effective for me, because it kind of works the best in my playstyle. Rather than splitting the enemy fleets. Okay, well, this was definitely very straightforward. No losses. Easy planet to capture. We're getting a lot of revenue right now, as you can see. We'd like 15,000. I'm going to have to start investing for some bigger ships, because income is not an issue right now. And I would like to have a secondary fleet to start capturing more planets faster than the enemy AI. That is probably where I want to go next with this sort of thing. Which I think is best. Okay, there we go. Nice. Woo! Very clean. Let me know how you think I'm doing for my return back to Galactic Conquest, because I definitely don't play enough. So I'm curious if you think I'm doing well, or if I need to improve, or so on and so forth. Okay, well, that was annoying. My audio kind of like messed up when doing the space battle at Rivesta. It wasn't really that interesting. However, the ground battle was. I ended up losing both my 80 ground units, because the AI just had so many tanks, and my bombing run was just not available at the time. So I did end up losing them while protecting my LAT gunships, which is unfortunate, but, you know, it could have been much worse. But yeah, there we go. That's where we're currently at on our first episode here. We've captured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets, which I think is quite a lot, considering we're condensing this down into 30 minutes or so. Let me know what you guys think about this type of format where we cut out a majority of the ground battles and speed up some more slower space battles so I can get you guys into the action faster. If you don't like it, then let me know. Put that in the comments down below. I may look at, in future videos, if this does well, having a Patreon version where it's unedited so you can see every single battle bit by bit, so on and so forth. So yeah, there we go. This is Infinities One Planet Start, one of my most favorite game modes in Empire War Thrawn's Revenge. So if this does well, I'll come back with another episode. Besides that, guys, I've been Charlie. You've been watching EcksToo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.